Welcome to Fluent English Daily, the professional way to master the English.
You will learn how to say where you went. You will learn how to say what you saw.
This is going to be a fun journey. Let's begin our lesson.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast, Fluent English Daily. I am Emily.
And I am John. We are so happy you are here with us today.
Today, we have a very special lesson for you. We want to help you speak about your last year in English.
Today, we will teach you how to talk about your last year in English. This is a great way to start a conversation. You can share your happy moments.
You can also share things you learned. We will focus on simple past tense speaking practice.
Many students find the past tense difficult, but we will make it very simple for you. We will use clear words. We will use short sentences.
Describing past events in English does not have to be hard. You just need to follow our steps.
We will give you some storytelling tips for English learners. These tips will make your stories more interesting.
We will also practice some small talk questions and answers. You can use these at a party or at work.
It is important to feel comfortable when you speak. We are here to help you build your confidence.
English conversation practice past tense is the best way to improve. We will go slowly. I like thinking about the past. It makes me smile.
Me too. I remember my last vacation. I went to the beach.
That sounds lovely. We will talk more about that later.
For now, just listen and relax. We want you to enjoy this lesson.
Every year is different. Some years are very busy.
Other years are very quiet, but every year has a story.
We want to hear your story. You can write it down later.
But first, you must learn the right words. We will teach you those words now.
First, think about a big event. Maybe it was a birthday. Maybe it was a trip.
How did you feel? Were you happy? Were you excited?
We will learn to use words like was and were. They are very important.
We will also learn verbs with ed, like walked or played.
These are the building blocks of your stories.
We will make many examples for you. You can listen and repeat.
This is how we learn. We listen first, then we speak.
Do not worry about mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning.
We are here to support you every step of the way. Yes, it is a very important topic. Today, we will show you how to talk about your last year in English. This is a great way to meet new friends and share your life.
I agree. Last year was very interesting for me. I think we can use my experience for our English conversation practice, past tense.
That is a great idea. Let's start with the basics. When we talk about the past, we often use the simple past tense. For example, I can ask you a question. What did you do last January?
In January, I started a new project at work. I worked very hard every day. It was a big challenge for me.
You used the word started and worked. Those are good examples of describing past events in English. It helps the listener understand when things happened.
Exactly. Then, in February, I visited my parents. They live in a small town by the sea. We walked on the beach every morning.
That sounds very peaceful. I also traveled last year. In May, I went to Italy. I saw many beautiful buildings and I ate a lot of pasta.
Italy is beautiful. Did you go alone or with friends?
I went with my sister. We had a wonderful time together. This is a good example of small talk questions and answers. People love to talk about their vacations.
You are right. Small talk is very common in English. If someone asks, "How was your year?" you can give a short or a long answer.
Let's practice that. If I ask you, how was your summer? What would you say?
I would say it was great. I stayed home and relaxed. I read 5 books. It is a simple answer.
It is simple and clear. Simple past tense speaking practice is all about these short sentences. You do not need big words to tell a good story.
I have some storytelling tips for English learners. First, use words like first, then, and after that. These words help people follow your story.
That is very helpful. For example, first I woke up, then I had breakfast. After that, I went to the park. It makes the story easy to understand.
Yes. Another tip is to talk about your feelings. Did you feel happy? Were you tired? It adds more detail to your story.
Last year, I felt very happy when I finished my English exam. I studied for 3 months. When I got the results, I smiled all day.
I remember that. You worked so hard. I felt proud of you.
Thank you. Now let's think about other past events. Many people talk about their hobbies. Did you do any hobbies last year?
Yes, I started to learn the guitar. I practiced every weekend. At first, it was difficult, but then it became easier.
That is a great memory. I started to cook more at home. I tried new recipes every Sunday. Some meals were good, but some were not.
That is how we learn. We try things and we improve. This is true for hobbies and for English.
We are talking about the past a lot today. It is important to remember the irregular verbs too. Words like go become went. Words like buy become bought.
Yes, last week I bought a new pair of shoes. I went to the mall with my brother. We spent 2 hours there.
Bought, went, and spent are all irregular. They are very common in daily conversation.
I also find that asking questions is a good way to practice. I can ask you, what did you eat for dinner yesterday?
Yesterday, I ate chicken and salad. It was delicious. What about you?
I made a vegetable soup. It was very warm and healthy.
These are perfect examples of describing past events in English. We talk about our day, our meals, and our work.
Let's talk more about the last year. People often talk about changes. Did you change anything in your life last year?
I moved to a new apartment. It is near a big park. I moved in October.
Moving is a lot of work. Did you have help?
Yes, my friends helped me. We carried many boxes. Then we had pizza together in the new kitchen.
That is a nice memory. My big change was my health. I started running. I ran my first 5K race in November.
That is amazing. How did you feel after the race?
I felt very tired, but I also felt strong. It was a great day.
These stories make English conversation past tense fun. You share your life and you learn at the same time.
I agree. I think our listeners can try this too. They can think about one thing they did each month last year.
That is a good exercise. In January, I did this. In February, I did that. It builds a full story of the year.
It also helps with small talk questions and answers. If someone asks, "What did you do in the winter?" you have an answer ready.
Preparation is key. When you practice these sentences, you feel more confident.
Confidence comes from speaking. Even if the sentences are short, they're correct.
Let's review some storytelling tips for English learners. Use first and then. Talk about your feelings. Use simple past verbs.
And don't forget to listen. When you listen to others, you hear how they use the past tense.
Like when I listen to you talk about your guitar, I hear practiced and became. I learn from you.
And I learn from your stories about Italy. I hear saw and ate. It's a cycle of learning.
We have talked about many things today. We talked about travel, work, hobbies, and moving house.
All these topics are part of how to talk about your last year in English. It's a big topic, but we can break it into small pieces.
Small pieces are easier to learn. One day you talk about a trip. Another day you talk about a meal.
Exactly. Every little bit of practice helps.
I hope our listeners feel ready to talk about their memories now. The past tense is a powerful tool.
It is. It lets us share our history and our growth.
Thank you for sharing your stories with me today. It was a very nice conversation.
Thank you too. I enjoyed it very much.
We will continue this topic in our next section. We will look at more specific questions people ask.
I look forward to it. See you in the next part.
Sometimes I forget the right words when I talk about my past. It is normal to feel a bit scared when you speak a new language.
I feel the same way. The past tense can be tricky. I often mix up words when I try to explain what I did yesterday.
That happens to everyone. When we talk about how to talk about your last year in English, we want to tell a good story, but we also worry about making mistakes.
Yes, it is frustrating when you have a beautiful memory but cannot find the English words to describe it.
Please do not worry. Mistakes are how we learn. If you use the wrong word, your friends will still understand you.
That is true. Simple past tense speaking practice takes time. We should all be patient with ourselves.
Exactly. It is about sharing your life and your heart. It is not about being a perfect grammar book.
I remember the first time I tried describing past events in English. My heart was beating very fast.
I was nervous too, but then I realized that people just wanted to hear about my life. They did not care about small errors.
So if you feel shy today, just take a deep breath. We are here to help you through this.
We will practice together. It is okay to start with small talk questions and answers. It gets easier every day.
Let's keep going. We can learn these storytelling tips for English learners together.
To help you, we have some useful words for today.
These words will help you when you practice your English.
Our first phrase is describing past events in English,
This sounds very formal.
but it is actually very common.
It means talking about things that happened before now.
When you describe an event, you give details.
You tell people when it happened.
You tell people who was there with you.
For example, I went to the park yesterday.
You are describing a past event.
It is a simple way to share your day.
It helps people know you better.
If you tell me about your childhood, I understand you more.
If you tell me about your old job, I know your experience.
Our next phrase is small talk questions and answers.
I use this every day at the office.
Small talk is a little conversation.
It is not about deep or difficult topics.
We use it to be polite.
We use small talk questions and answers to start a conversation.
You can ask, "How was your day?"
The answer can be, "It was good, thank you."
You can ask about the weather yesterday.
Or you can ask about a local festival.
This is perfect for small talk.
It helps you feel comfortable with new people.
Now, let's talk about storytelling tips for English learners.
Many students think storytelling is only for books.
But we tell stories every time we talk about our lives.
A good tip is to keep it simple.
Use words like first, then, and finally.
This helps the listener understand the order.
For example, first I woke up.
Then I had coffee.
Finally, I went to work.
That is a great story about your morning.
When we tell stories, we should also remember emotions.
Yes, telling how you felt is important.
You can say, I was happy, or I was tired.
This makes your story interesting.
It is not just about facts.
It is about sharing a feeling.
Finally, we have the simple past tense.
This is the tool we use for all our past talk.
We use this for simple past tense speaking practice.
The simple past tense changes the verb.
We say walked instead of walk.
We say played instead of play.
It shows the action is finished.
We can use this for our simple past tense speaking practice right now.
I played football last Saturday.
I watched a great movie on Sunday.
These words make our English clear.
They help us explain how to talk about your last year in English.
We can talk about our achievements.
We can talk about our challenges.
All these words work together.
They make English conversation practice past tense much easier.
Every word we learned is a new step.
I like that idea.
Let's keep these words in our minds.
They are the keys to a good conversation. You did a great job with our practice today.
Yes, you are becoming very good at simple past tense speaking practice.
Now it is time for our question of the day.
This is a fun way to think about your life.
Our question is, what was the best thing that happened to you last year?
This question helps you learn how to talk about your last year in English.
We have 5 example answers for you. These will help you with small talk questions and answers.
Here is the first example. I finished a big project at work. I felt very proud of myself.
Example number 2. I visited my sister in a different country. We went to the beach together.
Example number 3. I adopted a small cat from a shelter. He is very friendly and happy now.
Example number 4. I joined a local gym in my neighborhood. I started to exercise 3 times every week.
Example number 5. I passed a difficult exam at my school. I studied very hard for many months.
Those are all excellent examples for describing past events in English.
They are simple and clear. You can change the details to fit your own life.
Try to answer the question in your head right now. What did you do last year?
We would love to hear your stories and your memories.
Now let us practice speaking together. This is a great way to do English conversation practice past tense. I will say a sentence, then John will repeat it for you. You can speak with us too at home. Take a deep breath. Let us start.
I am ready. Let us start our simple past tense speaking practice.
Last year, I traveled to a new city.
Last year, I traveled to a new city.
I saw many beautiful buildings there.
I saw many beautiful buildings there.
This is how to talk about your last year in English. Let us try another one.
I am listening.
I started a new hobby in January.
I started a new hobby in January.
I learned how to cook Italian food.
I learned how to cook Italian food.
That is great for describing past events in English. Now let us try some small talk questions and answers.
I like small talk. It is very useful for making friends.
Where did you go on your last vacation?
Where did you go on your last vacation?
I went to the mountains with my brother.
I went to the mountains with my brother.
Did you enjoy your time there?
Did you enjoy your time there?
Yes, it was very quiet and peaceful.
Yes, it was very quiet and peaceful.
Now let us try some storytelling tips for English learners. Use simple words to tell your story.
I will use simple words to tell my story.
First, I woke up early.
First, I woke up early.
Then I walked to the park.
Then I walked to the park.
Finally, I met my friend for coffee.
Finally, I met my friend for coffee.
You are doing a wonderful job. Practice these sentences many times. It helps you feel more confident.
I feel more confident already. Repetition is very helpful.
Let us try a few more. I finished my project last week.
I finished my project last week.
I felt very proud of my work.
I felt very proud of my work.
We used the word felt. It is the past of feel.
We used the word felt. It is the past of feel.
I bought a new car last month.
I bought a new car last month.
It is a small blue car.
It is a small blue car.
Now you know how to talk about your last year in English. You can talk about hobbies, travel, and work.
I can talk about hobbies, travel, and work. Thank you, Emily.
You are very welcome. Remember to speak slowly. Each sentence is one idea. This makes it easy for others to understand you.
I will speak slowly. One sentence is one idea. I will practice every day.
We hope you enjoyed learning how to talk about your last year in English today.
It was very nice to share these stories with you.
Describing past events in English can be fun and easy.
You can start with very small stories from your life.
You do not need to use big or difficult words.
Simple sentences are perfect for storytelling.
Your memories are very special.
Sharing them helps you connect with other people around the world.
This was a good English conversation practice past tense session for all of us.
We are very proud of your hard work today.
Remember to be kind to yourself as you continue to learn.
You can listen to this episode again if you want more practice.
Every small step is a big win for your English.
Take a deep breath and feel happy about your progress.
You are doing a wonderful job.
We look forward to talking with you in our next episode.
Thank you for spending your time with us today.
Have a wonderful and peaceful day.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.